Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Hoza and I'm back in a new video. Yes! First of all, let me thank you for the last video. You guys loved it. I'm talking to my Kenyan people. I love you so much. I know you asked me for more reaction videos on Kenyan songs. I got too busy to do it, but I'm back with another content. I hope you like it too. But for the upcoming videos, I will check it out and see what I can do. Today's video is gonna be really different. It's story time, baby! Yeah! If you see me looking down, I'll be looking at my notes because I care about you. I can't just come and sit in front of a camera without having prepared for something. Anyway, today's story, it's about me moving to Europe. It's about me changing a lifestyle, changing my life totally. So without further ado, let's just jump in. For those who don't know, my name is Hoza and I'm originally from Rwanda. I'm half Rwandese and I have also Equatorial Guinea roots. I was born in Equatorial Guinea, but I grew up in Rwanda. I lived in Rwanda for 12 to 13 years, yes. We moved to Belgium in 2011 and I remember having my 13th birthday in Belgium. I'm gonna tell you guys how I experienced the change, because a lot of you ask me about it. Most of the people who ask me about the change, it's people from Rwanda. You guys asked me that, so let's just talk about my experience. You let me know how your experience was. Let me know, and if you have any other questions, let me know, okay? So, number one, it was hard. I remember in Rwanda when we were waiting for our visa and everything, I was so excited to come out to Europe, you know. I was so excited. I thought it was gonna be a great change. I thought it was gonna be so exciting. But when I got here in Belgium, when I got to Belgium, I felt the shock because I had been in Rwanda for almost 13 years. So I've lived there. I went to school there. I had friends. I was in my second year of middle school, so I lived there. I remember my life in Africa, in Rwanda. So in just 8 hours, everything changed. I think that kids, when they are babies, they don't really know the difference, or because they haven't lived really at a place, they don't really experience the change as much as people who really grew up somewhere and changed places. So I felt that shock. I felt the cultural shock. I remember looking outside the window, nobody was walking around, cars, and we know in Africa, you know, you can even say hello. You know, there was, you know, that emptiness, and it was so different. The cultural shock was real. Number two, the weather also. We came in the winter, from 25 degrees to let's say 8 degrees. That's crazy. My excitement went away in a click, because it was so cold. You couldn't go outside and explore. It was so cold. I had to wear big jackets because we waited a little bit before doing some shopping because we went straight to school. So we arrived, I believe, we arrived 6 a.m. in the morning, and the next day we had to go to school in the morning, so we didn't really have time to go shopping. So I remember we were wearing my stepdad's coats, really big ones, ugly ones. I mean, you understand, for a girl of 13, you wanna look good for the first day at school, but that didn't happen. So the weather was so bad, so cold. It didn't really give us the joy, or you know what I'm talking about. Number three, the language. Yes, it was Belgium. And it was the north part of Belgium, so they don't speak French or English, the languages that I already knew a little bit about. So they speak Dutch, or what they call Netherlands, or, you know. Oh my God, what did we get ourselves into? What is this place? What is this place? That's how I was feeling. So we went to school, and I want to send this shout out to my class, Okan class. Okan was a place where we met other foreigners or other newcomers who didn't speak the language, to learn that Dutch, to learn Dutch, and we really had a great time because nobody was judging anybody. But we all didn't know the language, so it was great to experience, to talk in our dialects. We had a crazy language of our own while learning the Dutch language. So it was a scary period because of the language change, but it was so exciting having that class. People who are experiencing the same thing, the fears, the excitement, the disappointments. It was really a great class, and I miss everybody. I'm still in touch with some of them, but that was a really, really great class and great teachers too. And speaking of language, the great way to learn a new language. Listen to the radio, that's what I did, and watch, kids movies, kids channels. That was my thing. So I learned Dutch pretty quickly. I wanted to fit in the society, so that motivated me. I wanted to be able to go and express myself. So I was like, I'm gonna learn this fucking language. I'm gonna go ahead and do my best, So that's that. So school. After the Oaken class that I just talked about, we went into real school. Like, we had to decide what we wanted to study and all that stuff. So I chose for science and mathematics, what we call the wetenschappenwiskunde, and that's when I saw the true face of life. Okay, the first years of real classes, real schools, I did pretty well, but the last years kind of got me so down. I lost all my classmates from Oaken. Everybody went separate ways to go study what they wanted to study. So I pretty much stayed alone in that same school where we had Oaken, but I was now in studying with other Belgian kids, And in the beginning it was great, but at the end I felt like I didn't fit in. To be honest, maybe it's also my fault. I don't know what happened, but I just lost it. In the beginning I was so motivated, but at the end I was like, I don't know what's happening to me. It's a long story, guys, but sometimes I didn't feel like I fit in. Sometimes I didn't understand stuff. Stuff got harder and harder. I had that confidence, like, I'm good at this. I'm getting this language, but things got harder and real so fast that I kind of lost it, and I don't know what happened. But hey, speaking of that, I want to send this shout out to my really good friend. There was this girl in my class, this girl named Lise. She was so good to me. At the end, in the beginning, we all, nobody's perfect, so we judged each other. What I felt in that class with other Belgian kids, no offense, but you had that tension. If you wasn't the guy who made noise, who was cooler, you had to make people see you. I wasn't. I was the quiet one. I didn't really have cool stories to tell. I was just that girl, like, I was really not cool. I was not cool at all. I remember the only thing that they knew about me was that I was maybe good at French, and my English didn't have an accent, a Belgian accent. That's all. But I wasn't cool at all. And I felt like I was just like I wasn't there. Like, nobody could see me except Lise. So, girl, I love you. You know it. I love you so much. And you had a hard time too at the end. So I remember she had a hard time. That's why we kind of because we both had a hard time at the end. And oh my God, I'm getting some kind of emotional right here. But I see you, you see me, even though we don't talk that much, but I know when we see each other, we feel it. So I miss you, and I will try to see you the next time I'm in Belgium, girl. So, do you guys understand what I'm talking about? It was a hard time at the end. So, depression. I did jump into depression after middle school. I don't even remember how I got through the last year of middle school, I lost it, guys. I felt lonely, and I didn't have nobody who understood me. I had to learn to focus because things were getting harder in school. I didn't have the time, and I was so depressed that I don't know. I thought I knew what I wanted, but things didn't work out as I wanted. So Belgium kind of started to suck for me. Okay, speaking of depression, I met new people. I got in touch with other Rwandans in Belgium, mainly the ones who lived around Brussels or in the French part, somewhere in the south. I started making friends, Rwandan friends. I started, getting into the Rwandan community, and it kind of light me up. I was like, now I have somewhere I could go to fit in. But everything that's exaggerated is not good anymore. You have to kind of, know the amount of time you spend here and there. No offense, but we have this reputation of they party a lot. So we did party a lot. Like almost every weekend there was something to do, and I went sometimes. I went a lot of times. I had fun. I met new people. Some people I'm still in contact with, but I also had bad experiences. It's a long story, but that was good. But at the end I was like, this is maybe too much. It's good that I have now people that understand me, that we can speak our language and all that stuff, but let me tone it down, So in short, that's also my last point. I had to find my own path. So after seeing it all, I had to make my own path and just do me. And that's what I'm trying to do till now. I found this amazing guy and I moved to France to be closer to him, and also to get away from Belgium, because it was, after 6 years, it was it was a lot, and I wanted to change. I wanted something new. I wanted to change because, so in short, I still love Belgium. I still love Europe. Europe is great, but it's a shock. You have to get here and be surrounded by family and friends. Otherwise, you kind of lose it. You can lose it easily, in alcohol, in drugs, in bad friends, bad companionship, bad relationships, in depression. Things can happen, especially when you come from a background of people like us Africans, oh yes, honey. But here it's everybody cares about himself. In Africa too, but we have this community vibe. We have this this fever that wanna unite us. But here, if you don't really check on yourself, you might end up alone, isolated. I don't know. What do you guys think? So that's pretty much my story time of today. Me in Europe. I'm really glad I talked to you guys about this, because maybe you can also open up and share with me how your experience was. For those who want to come to Europe, maybe you can watch this and know what to expect, or also just have an idea of what we all go through. I'm not saying that everybody has the same story as mine, but that's my story. But overall, I'm happy with everything. Everything that happened for a reason, to teach me something. If it had not happened, I wouldn't be here. So it's a great thing that this happened. I'm happy now. I'm working on myself. I have the love of my life. If it wasn't for all those parties in Brussels, I wouldn't have met this guy. So everything happened for a reason, y'all. So I'm really happy to be here, and to be here, I mean to be in this space right now, to be here mentally. I'm not saying geographically. So yeah, to finish this, last but not least, just take care of yourself. Make sure mentally you are okay, because that's what matters. Make sure you surround yourself with people who really care about you. Try to find the happiness in your life. You don't have to have many friends. You can just have 1 or 2 or 3, but you know they are loyal and good and sincere and honest. I love you so much. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know your story down in the comments. Let's just talk about this, okay? And I love you so much. Let me know other contents that you want me to talk about. Let me know other stories that you want me to tell. Let me know. Give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more and ring that bell for notifications, okay? I love you. It's a good Chris Hoza, and see you next time in the next video. Bye.